Don't get me wrong, the cave update is probably the most anticipated update we have so far in the Minecraft community. Being asked for countless time on the feedback page and just in general in my Mojang live streams and the Minecraft live stream and update after update, we're getting something else, such as the Village and Pillage update or the Nether update. Minecraft's community is finally getting a caves update, and not just caves update, but also the mountain update, which the mountains won last year's Minecraft Live, or Minecon Live, excuse me, too many Minecons and Mojangs and Yojangs, and okay. Even though this update is probably the most anticipated update we've had so far in the Minecraft community, is it being overhyped? And since every cloud has a silver lining, why not every cloud has a dark side? Obviously, if it has a silver lining, there's always a dark side. So, in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on the Caves and Cliffs update and why it worries me a little bit, and how we could possibly fix these if they were to actually listen to this video. So first, I'm going to go with the ores and my concerns with these. So far, the only two ores that we have announced coming in the Caves and Cliffs update are the copper ore and the amethyst ore. Which, technically speaking, when I only watched the Ask Mojang all about the Caves and Cliffs update, I didn't even know it was an ore at the time. My first worry or concern about it is because it's not that cool, or it just seems a little bit useless and out of place. Well, I mean, it's an ore and it looks cool, but I just don't really think I have a reason to go walk around my whole world and try to find one of these, either the structure that we have, the amethyst geode, or just finding in the cave. First of all, copper is way too common, and amethyst is shiny. We get the point. Copper is okay. It's just like, why? It's, you know, it doesn't really have anything else. We don't have any armor or swords or tools for this, so it's a little bland, honestly. Sure, we do have the functionality where we can make it weather, apparently, and apparently make a spyglass with it. But other than that, it's just boring. It's not that cool. I don't really see me going in a cave, skipping out past tons of iron while I could be making a lot more iron boots and stuff, and then instead I just getting all this copper that I'm going to use is for blocks, as well as the telescope. Not the telescope, the spyglass. Jesus, isn't it like the same thing? Not really. One goes into space. Anyway, and on the amethyst, the only thing that amethyst does is you'll be able to make a spyglass. But yay, we're not. But wait, we're not done with the ores yet. The Ask Mojang stream they did about a month, a video about a month ago, you know, the Ask Mojang thing they do on the channel, they're talking about ores. And I have a clip on screen talking about why they're probably not planning on adding any more ores in the cave update yet.
This one's for you, Corey. This is from I Am Confused 29. Let's hope he's less confused after this one. Will new ores be added?
So we're adding copper, as we announced it live. And beyond that, we don't have any plans to add any more ores for this update.
So yeah, essentially what Corey is saying, that the team does not have any plans to add any more ores in this update. But this really confuses me because it's a cave update. Caves have ores, just like we've seen in Minecraft and in the real world. Ores are just, you know, in the caves. In caves, you see caves, you get that ore vibe. Especially playing Minecraft, you expect more ores. Not going to lie, hearing this was a little bit disappointing, just like they kind of did with the Nether update, not adding a lot more biomes. Technically speaking, we only got 4, and the Nether waste was just an extra one because it was already in the game. But still, hearing this definitely disappointed me and confused me a little bit. But anyway, another thing that concerns me the most is about the mobs in this update. The only mobs we have planned for this update are the axolotls, the Warden mob, and obviously, which we got announced for last year's Minecon Live, the goats. It's not the number that concerns me or worries me. It's not that we only have 3 announced so far. We may get more or we may not, which I'm completely fine with. It's just the mobs in general. Personally, I don't find a problem with the axolotl, so we're going to skip over them and go with the Warden. Now, the Warden mob, in my opinion, is really cool, and I like the way its animation. If you want me to talk more about the animation added into Minecraft and how it might be changing the animation, I'll put in the top right corner of the screen how Minecraft may be changing the animation forever. Besides the mob part, the only problem I have with it is because it's not guarding necessarily anything. The Warden mob isn't guarding anything. It's more of just kind of hanging around and just, you know, scaring people. Again, with the Ask Mojang, they didn't announce and they didn't say anything about them having some kind of chest or anything for them to guard, just dropping a simple mob head. For proof, I'll put a clip up on screen right now.
All right, so next up we have a few Warden questions. I'm gonna ask those to Brandon because you worked quite a lot of those. So the first question we have is from Jason Stroom. What is the Warden protecting in the deep caves? I only ask this because of the unique name you gave the mob and its resemblance to the end.
Yes, so the Warden is not necessarily protecting anything. We wanted to make it so that the name Warden was very ambiguous. I definitely think there are going to be people like theory crafting out there what it actually means. It does have a meaning, but we're not going to tell you, obviously. But there is definitely going to be lots of loot and lots of chests within the Deep Dark. We really want it so, the objective of the Warden is not so much to fight it head on. We want it to actually be more like you're avoiding it and trying to get like loot from chests that are within the Deep Dark.
I probably understand what he's saying here, but at the same time, why wouldn't it? I honestly feel like that mob should be able to, you should be able to fight it for some apparent reason and not just avoid it. I don't like mobs when you have to try to avoid them because they get annoying. For example, the Enderman. The only time I would really necessarily dare to defeat an Enderman or even try hitting it or even, just try to do it would be if I'm near water and I have a pair enough sword or either or. Just trying to defeat it with nothing or, trying to defeat it without a good sword. Like at least iron and up would, would probably die unless there's water nearby and you kill it like that. It's just an example of that, like Enderman, because you mostly avoid them and not, do other things like try to, kill them. You avoid them. You don't necessarily. I don't really go out killing Endermen unless you're trying to get to the end. But I honestly don't see a point in defeating Endermen. Just like I don't see a point in defeating the Warden if it's not even going to give you anything. So it's more like a buy, and it doesn't really drop a useful item in my opinion. Not in my opinion, but it doesn't. They said they didn't drop a useful item, which is weird. Just a mob head. So I'm not really sure what that was all about. But anyway, the next thing I have here is about the goat. Now, the goat mob is kind of useless in my opinion. It drops a goat horn, which currently does not do anything but, make the raid noise sound effect that I was talking about in my other Snapshot review video, or like a beta actually. But other than dropping a horn that you can use to apparently make the raiding sound and ramming and just running into you and other things like that, apparently it's just useless. And you can jump really high, but that's about it. It's nothing really much. It's just kind of boring and kind of bland. I don't really see a point in this. But another reason I don't like this goat as much is because it's not going to be rideable. Now this is what Stealth really likes. He wants tameable or rideable mobs, which I honestly don't have a problem with. I like more mobs like this, but not every mob has to be rideable or riddable, whatever. But I honestly think it should. But this mob, I definitely think it should definitely be able to ride it because it's a goat. And honestly, when I'm seeing this, I expected to be able to ride it. And so far, we haven't got any more information about it being rideable.
Next question then is from Captain Grey FYYX. So since I know you worked a bit on goats, this one just needs to ask this. Are you going to be able to ride goats in this update?
Yeah, I've been a little bit of the goat guy, I guess. It's a great mob, but no, you're not going to be able to ride a goat. And it's a little bit as Corey said before. We want all our features to be unique in some way, and we already have the horse that you can ride on, so we don't want to take that away from the horse. However, I still think that the goat is going to be a really fun mob for everyone to explore.
So as you can see here, they do not have any plans to make it rideable or riddable or whatever. You'll not be able to ride it because they don't want to take away from the horse. But for example, we have the mule and the donkey which you can ride, so what's the difference and what's the problem? You can also ride them, maybe just slower. You could jump high with them, but it's slower, just like the donkey's super slow. But you can use saddles on it. So obviously we can use saddles on it. I mean like saddle bags on it, like you can put chests on it. And it's like a sacrifice. Just like horses, you can't put saddles on it, but they're faster in some cases. But instead of that, for the goat, you can jump high with it, but you are not able to go super fast. The only real reason I want you be able to ride on it is because, first of all, why not? Second of all, it'd be cool, and third of all, since the mob so far is kind of useless, make that kind of a use for it. Make that a reason for you to look through it on your overworld somewhere. But anyway, with all the mobs and all the troubles I have with it, let's get in with the archaeology. Archaeology is one of the things in Minecraft that it's just like, what? Why do we need this? It's not necessary. And it's just a little too realistic. I did a whole in-depth video on archaeology, so I won't explain it too much in this video. But in the top right corner of the screen, like I have done 3 videos so far on. Well, but anyway, that's my only issue I have with this. It's only because it's just realistic and it's a little bit useless and not really needed. And it's just one of those things in Minecraft that you're like, Mojang, why again? I'm sorry, I don't really understand why you would implement a feature such as this one. And that actually does it for this video. Short and sweet, like about 10 minutes. So anyway, that's it for this video. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We are currently a few subscribers away from 100, and I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button so I can get to 100. And if I get to 100, I will give away a $20 gift card. But if I don't, I will give a $10 gift card. I have more information in my giveaway video that I made a few days ago, almost a week ago. So if you'd like to participate and get a potential $20 gift card or a $10 gift card, link in the description of that video, as well as the top corner of the screen and the end screen, so you don't miss out on this cool giveaway. And also join the Discord for a chance to win it, because if you join the Discord, that's where the giveaway is going to be hosted. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.